Hey, what's going on, guys? Kenneth Scott here, founder and owner of KRS Marketing Solutions. KRS is the place to be. No, I'm kidding. All right, look, if you're watching this video, it's because you're looking for an honest, unbiased opinion about digital altitude. And I honestly want to try to give you the best opinion and best honest review as I possibly can. All right, first and foremost, a lot of the reviews that I read or a lot of the reviews that I've seen on YouTube, the negative ones, let's start out with those first because can't be unbiased if you don't give you some pros with the cons, right? All right, the negative ones that I have read were the coaching, the coaching staff that's there is really actually highly paid salespeople that are really there to get you to pay as much money as you possibly can into the system. I've heard it's a pyramid scheme. I've heard you can't make money with it. I heard it's a scam. I've heard tons of bad things about it. I've seen these things. In my personal and professional opinion, when it comes to affiliate marketing and when you want to start, my question to you is, if you're going to start and you know absolutely nothing about the affiliate arena, wouldn't you necessarily want to start somewhere where it's going to teach you the fundamentals step by step what you need to do, or have PDF files, or have training resources, or even have daily training calls where you can connect with individuals that are actually doing this on a daily basis, that's actually making money in the industry, and that's going to help gear you and prepare you so you can also make money in this industry. First and foremost, the online industry is comprised of over $1 billion. It's up to you as the individual to learn how to tap into that infrastructure so you can start reaping some of those benefits. In regards to digital altitude and reference to those questions I was asking you, when I first started with the online industry, I had absolutely no idea. I went to school for finance. I was supposed to be wearing a suit and tie, sit in my cubicle, analyzing financial statements and making my boss richer. That's exactly what I was supposed to be doing when I graduated from college. But instead, when I graduated, I ended up being over $120,000 in student loan debt, no income, no job to pay it back. And I literally worked 2 dead-end jobs, and it still wasn't enough, both at UPS and Delta Airlines. You might be able to relate to that. But it wasn't until when I decided to actually do some investigations on my own and start investing in my own financial education so I could start learning how to leverage the buying power of other people's money, number one, and number two, how to become wealthy. It's like I hated going to Instagram and seeing people riding around in Ferraris or GTRs or these expensive and exotic cars, or traveling to these exotic places. But it was because of this one video that I saw Steve Harvey make. He said, if you want to be successful, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, if you want to be famous, or if you have a desired goal that you want to go after, here's his tip. He said, you have to leap, you have to jump, and when you're standing over the cliff of life, it's real scary. You're 25,000 feet in the air. You don't know what's going on at the bottom, but when you're on that cliff, you see people flying by, you see their parachutes are open, they're soaring by. You see them in these lavish restaurants. You see them driving these exotic cars that I just explained to you about. You see them living this extremely lavish lifestyle. You want a piece of that, you got to jump. So that's exactly what I did. I jumped, I went head in first, and I take big risks, but that's just me. With my big risks, I expect to receive big rewards, but I don't do it without doing exactly what you're doing, which is doing some investigations first, which is reading up on it to make sure it's not a scam. So let's dive into that right now. All right, Digital Altitude is founded by Michael Force. That's something you may or may not know. If you didn't know, it's a very, very important piece of information for you to take away. And the reason why is because, number one, he's been in the industry for over 15 years. He successfully has accumulated over $15 million over the course of his last 15 years. And since he's launched Digital Altitude, a company that you are here to find out more information about, the company has generated over $10 million on average per month since it launched in March of 2016. Another takeaway is the company currently has over 35,000 affiliates, including myself. And guess what? It's paid out over $10 million to those 35,000 affiliates, also including myself. Another big takeaway here is Digital Altitude, Michael Force, and this whole Aspire system teaches you step by step how to automate your business. Now, there are some things that it doesn't necessarily teach you how to do, which I think are fundamental, which is setting up email autoresponders, teaching you how to build your own funnels, teaching you how and where to go and buy traffic and things like that. But it kind of gives you the basis for it. It teaches you all about clickbait, I'm sorry, which is pretty much having these huge headlines, and it really captures the attention of the reader or the viewer. Another thing is it has coaching embedded in it. Now, the coaching that I was telling you about earlier, where, you know, the reviews that I read where the coaches were actually there to be a highly paid sales team. They're not a highly paid sales team. They're there to do one thing and one thing only. They're there to show you what you need to do in order for you to succeed, and they provide you with the information that not only they've utilized in order for them to succeed, but that they know that if you utilize it, you'll also succeed. Now, the sales staff are the people that are making the phone calls. They're the people that's following up on all of your leads. That is the highly paid sales staff. Now, those sales staff, they're closing these high-end, top-tier sales for you, like Digital Altitude has these core products, and these core products cost anywhere from as low as, I want to say, about maybe 900. I'll just say about $2,000 to as much as 27,000. And the highly paid and highly trained sales staff, they're the ones closing those back end sales for you. Now, Digital Altitude, Michael Force's favorite analogy is he likes to utilize McDonald's a lot, because his business is based on a franchise model. Pretty much, if you wanted to utilize and leverage the power of McDonald's, it would cost you $1 million in order to do that, which means you leverage all of its commercials, you leverage all of its business funnels, all of its food, all of its ingredients. You get to leverage all of that, but it costs you some money every year in order for you to do that. And that is usually somewhere right around like maybe 40 to 50, maybe even 60% of your sales. And he also goes on to explain that most of these franchises fail within the first 2 years. And by most, I mean anywhere from 80 to 90% of them. In regards to how his model is a franchise model, is because when you purchase these high-end ticket items, these are marketing mastery events. Pretty much, they teach you the ins and outs about business, about the business industry. And not only that, it shows you how to completely automate your business. So not only are you learning, but you're earning while you learn, because he provides you with these affiliate links. And with these affiliate links, you get to post banner ads, you post banner ads, you post advertisements on Facebook, Instagram, social media outlets, YouTube. And when people click on your link, they go through your business funnel. And when Digital Altitude makes a sale, Michael Force sends you a commission. It's that simple. And you're able to track all of your commissions down to the cent through your Digital Altitude back office. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, how could a person who doesn't have the budget to spend $2,000 or $3,000 to invest in Digital Altitude, how can you succeed? And I asked myself that exact same question. And in the beginning, I didn't think it was possible because number one, I didn't want to pass up on those high ticket commissions. I was like, there's no way I could possibly make money with Digital Altitude at the lowest level. And in fact, you can. The problem is, though, when you do, some of the people you bring into the system, or some of the people that buy into the franchise, when they do, if and when they do scale up, you stand the risk of completely losing out on that commission. But the way you actually make money with Digital Altitude, there's two ways. Of course, you know about the back end sales. Back end sales, they range anywhere from as low as $500 in commissions per sale to as much as $12,600 per sale, which is why you're starting to see all of these massive results with Digital Altitude. People that have absolutely no knowledge or no skills whatsoever, that are leveraging the power of this franchise type business model, that are now making almost $60,000 and $70,000 within the first couple of months of them utilizing this system. But if you, at the very, very lowest level, want to come into Digital Altitude at the $1 level, whereas pretty much he's allowing you to leverage this system, utilize a test drive it, and all those other fancy words you want to use, but you come in at the $1 level. After 14 days of you going through all of the training and everything else, it rolls over into a $37 monthly subscription. Now, when you start paying that $37 monthly subscription, believe it or not, whoever you came in through, is making $16.15 from that subscription. That may not seem like a lot of money, but imagine if you had 100 people in your downline or 100 people that you introduced to Digital Altitude that were paying their monthly subscriptions every month. That's a total of 1,600. That's a total of 1,600, and if I'm not mistaken, $15. My math is a little funky. I think that's 16,115. Yeah, 1615. That's a total of $1,615 per month that you would make residually. Now, this is passive income. Imagine if you just stopped promoting after you did that 5 times. You do that 5 times, you probably replaced the income that you were making at your current part-time or full-time job. Now you're completely living this laptop lifestyle, and that's not even including the money that you potentially would make if you decided to scale up. You don't have to. You can easily make money with Digital Altitude if you decide to just stay at the $1 level. Honest opinion, I don't know why you would, because now you're passing up on these $500 commissions, these $900 commissions, these $2,000 commissions, these $4,000, these $10,000, and these $12,000 commissions. You're passing up on all of those commissions. But if you're an individual that don't want to invest in your business, you don't want to invest in yourself, you don't want to expand your content, you don't want to expand your context, by all means, don't do it. I don't want you to go bankrupt. I don't want you to go swiping your credit cards. In my opinion, you don't have to do what I did. I know how to leverage the power of utilizing other people's money. I read books. I read pretty much almost all of Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow books. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. So, I understand how to leverage other people's money. I know how to manage the money that I make every month. And keep in mind, yeah, I am making about 80 grand a year, but because of that, I didn't spend not 1 cent of my own money into Digital Altitude. Now, granted, yeah, am I paying back the credit cards? Am I paying back the loans? Yeah, but I can afford to do that. If you're an individual that cannot do that and you don't want to utilize credit cards, and I'm not saying you should, then by all means, just come in at the $1 level. There's 1,001 ways for you to promote organically meaning completely free at no charge, just by doing exactly what I'm doing, making a few videos, making a few how-to videos, maybe even leveraging Instagram or leveraging Facebook. There's tons of different ways for you to do it organically. I hope I answered some of your questions that left you mystified about Digital Altitude, because in all honesty, I found out about it in May, and I decided to do it. I did not decide to do anything until July. And the reason why is because I saw that banner ad for Digital Altitude. It said, learn to make 6 figures in 90 days or less online. I said, hell no, I'm not clicking on that. Not going to do it. It looks like a virus waiting to attack my phone, waiting to attack my computer. But then I saw it again in June, July-ish, while I was away on military leave. And during this time, I had a lot of time to reflect, because when you're in the military and you really got shit else to do and it's downtime, you tend to do that. And I asked myself, Ken, why don't you have $10,000 saved? You've been making 80 grand for the past 3 years now, but you don't have $10,000 saved. So that's when I started investing in my own financial education. That's when I started picking up these books by Robert Kiyosaki and the Cash Flow Quadrant, and Ken McElroy, whatever his name is, the guy that's made over $1 million investing in real estate. I invested $5,000 into a training program so I could learn how to invest in real estate. These are things that I was willing to do so I can live a lifestyle that I desire. If you're watching this video still, I'm going to try to cut it short and end it as soon as I say this. But if you're watching this video, it's because you're already interested. You're already, what you're trying to do is you're trying to sell yourself on this opportunity. I'm not here to sell it to you. I don't want to sell it to you. I don't want you to buy into something that you don't believe in. But the whole purpose in being an online marketer is you have to do some research on the product. And then once you do that research, you make a decision to buy in or completely walk away. But if you decide to buy into it, you want to make sure you know everything about that company or about that product and service. So when someone does ask you about it, you don't have to go, I don't really know. Make sure you do your research. So I commend you on this. If you're watching this video right now, I commend you, because not a lot of people are willing to do that. They either go all in blind, or they completely don't look at it at all. And by all means, if you're an individual that loves your job, kudos to you. Kudos. There's absolutely nothing wrong with working that 9-to-5 job, or that 80-hour-a-week job, or that 50, 60, 70-hour-a-week job, where You know, you're only bringing home $5,000 a month, and because you spend so much time at work, you don't have as much time to spend at the house with the family and kids. Or if you're that stay-at-home mom, or you're that mom that is working, that is contributing, and you are not just waiting on dad to bring home the bacon, but you bring home the bacon too. By all means, if you like, you know, spending most of your time at work and not spending time being able to nurture your child, by all means, continue to work. There's no hard feelings whatsoever. If you are that individual that really wants to take your income to the next level, and you're interested in learning more about affiliate marketing and things that I do to drive traffic into my business, and how I've been able to be successful, and how I drove over 90 sales into my business the first 2 weeks of me doing this and having absolutely no knowledge whatsoever about affiliate marketing, please reach out to me. You know, I want to see people succeed. I have mentors that are making currently $37,000 a month. I am not at that level. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't believe in doing that. That is a piece of crap. But if you are interested in networking with me and finding out more information about digital altitude legitimately, my number is in the description. Feel free to give me a call. The best time to reach me now, I'm in Chicago, is between, I want to say between 10 and 3. Anytime after that, it's family time. Actually, it's family time in between that time because I'm at home. But I'll pick up my phone. I'll entertain a conversation. And if you don't want to give me a call, it spooks you out to speak to somebody you never met first time, shoot me an email. It's KRSCG, as in Charlie George, 2016 at gmail.com. And if you really want to get suspicious and you want to find out more information about my company, KRS Marketing Solutions, I'll provide that in the description as well. So feel free to click on that link if you do want to get started, or if you want to find more information about it. You'll probably just see more videos of me doing this. Feel free to bypass all the videos if you don't want to listen to me talk. But yeah, go ahead, check it out. It's risk-free. It's $1. It don't cost you much. Check it out. Don't hurt you. So here's to you and your success, no matter what path in life you're following. I wish you all the best.